Hello, students of science, and welcome to the last week of January and the first week of February. So we're going to need to get that ball rolling on our year-long project again. Here's what this check-in is going to look like. As you can see here, this is the same rubric that of my expectations for before break. Now, if you got a 7, you only have one extra step to be added, okay? So the only thing you're going to have to add to get 7 points is at that bottom section where you have to outline what everybody's done in your group. I want you to highlight those names, okay? You have a highlighter up here. You can choose several different colors. Choose whatever color you want your group member to be, and then make sure that they're different, okay? Then go back through the rubric. If I wrote this part and I'm turquoise, I would then highlight it turquoise, okay, dark turquoise. Then if this is what the other person did, and they wanted to choose red, they put red, okay? So this is going to be an application of skills and a communication grade. From this point forward, you should be relatively close to done. You should have done your experiment. This part will be about fine-tuning the process and understanding the next steps. So, since this is my expectation for that, we're going to start counting these towards your final grade. So this one will be an applications of skills and communications grade. I'm not doing knowledge and understanding because it's technically not from the content of the classroom, but it's the application of science skills that we've been practicing, as well as communication between your classmates and to me if you're having struggles, and that's how you're going to be able to get that 7. If you have a 7, the only thing you need to do is highlight what each person did in your rubric, and that's what I'll look through. If you got anything less, this is your time to make up for that. It needs to be done, okay? Last time what happened is I gave the due date of December 9th, and I was still receiving stuff at the second week of January. This is completely unacceptable. You need to make sure that when there is a due date, you are turning it in by or before that due date. So here's what's going to happen. If you look at the calendar, what I would do is, if I were you and you were watching this, take this down now in your notebook. On the 9th is the due date. Turn it in this week whenever you're finished. Do not wait until the 9th. If the 9th comes, and you don't have anything in, there are no retakes. You receive a 1 for application of skills and a 1 for communication. You cannot come up to me and say sorry. The reason is, this is the day I will be grading those. This is the day it's turned in. I'm allotting this day to grade those. If it's not there while I'm grading them, I will not give you points. This is the day it's turned in. This is the day I will be grading them, okay? I'm allotting that day specifically to grade those and give you feedback. If you do not have it in by this day, I will not be giving you a grade. You will then have to continue on with the next check-in, and it will be added to your score, right? There are no retakes. You are still working on this project. You cannot retake something that is not finished. 9th is the due date. Pause the video, write it in your agenda, create a reminder. 9th is the due date. 10th is the day I will be grading it. I will not grade anything for this specific grade after the 10th. This is how it works out. If you want to grade it in before and come up to me, turn it in, be like, hey, I turned in my thing early. Can you go ahead and check that? I can if there's time allotted within that day for me to do it, but I will not be grading them after the 10th. That is when the next expectations are going to come up. 9th, turn it in. 10th will be the day I grade it. Okay, now that we just made that clear, I need to repeat it a few times. All right, so follow the same exact thing, okay? If you want a further detail on this rubric, if you scroll down, I have the original podcast which explained my expectations for this. All I do is I take this, I use it as a checklist, and I check to make sure that those things have been accomplished. And it's just 1 to 7. Either you did one of them, or you did all of them, or you did a few of them. And it's just a reflection of what you've done, based off a checklist. So get together with your group, find a time to work on this together, and know that this part, okay, did all group members give equal contribution, okay? You'll get -3 if you didn't give equal contribution, but you gave something. If you haven't done anything with your group, you will be receiving a 1, okay? If you have done nothing, you will receive a 1. That's how it works out. I'm not going to give you anything higher than that. And your group will tell me in that part of their rubric Also, if you have someone that's not doing something, please let them know as soon as possible. Talk to them, talk to me, we can talk together. At least that way we have a plan in place. We've had this discussion before, so that if we do run into conflict again, I can help you out, and I will make sure that I am on your side. So, please, at any time, you may pause this video, take a screenshot. You may go back to the other one and get it in more detail. Go back to your feedback from the last time I graded your rubric. It is due the 9th. I'll be grading them the 10th. I will not accept them after the 10th. Period. It's a 1. Turn it in the next day and I'll be like, that's fine. I'll give you feedback. No grade change. It's a 1. Okay? And then the next feedback will be implemented 2 to 3 weeks after that. So I'm doing 2 to 3 weeks every time because that last time was too long of a stretch and a lot of you weren't doing it during those times. So I'm going to do more frequent check-ins because of the feedback I got from the students by you guys not doing as much stuff as you needed to be done. I need more frequent, more detailed check-in points. Okay? So that's what's going to be happening in the future. I hope you all have a wonderful day. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask me in class, or you can come in during a tutorial, as long as you are staying on task and staying focused. Don't come in and just talk to each other. Make sure that you have a plan in place. Okay? All right. Have a wonderful rest of your day.